Good afternoon and welcome to today's Talking Cafe Live. My name is Lauren Giddins. I am the Sedgemoor Locality Manager for the Village and Community Agents. And today I am joined by Tiff Wood from SASP. Thank you for joining us, Tiff.
Thank you for having me. Hi, Lauren.
So I will pass the stage over to you, Tiff, and let you tell us about your Healthy Mums programme in Somerset.
Lovely. Yeah, thanks for having us. So I've come here today to let everybody know, who doesn't know already, about our Healthy Mums programme. So SASP, Somerset Activity and Sports Partnership, we wanted to put on some healthy lifestyle support and physical activity opportunities for pregnant women and new mums. We were aware that there was just a bit of a gap in our county for that. So I started this last year when I came back off of my maternity leave. And lots of ideas and plans, and then boom, we went straight into a lockdown as the pandemic hit. So initially, I built a website pulling together all of the really useful information that's out there for pregnant women and new mums to help them with healthy lifestyle. But it's all just kind of spread in different places. So there's great stuff on the NHS, there's good stuff on the Tommy's website, for example, loads of stuff, but it's hard to navigate. So on our webpage, it links out to all these fantastic resources, loads of adapted free workouts that ladies could do at home, which through the pandemic has been great, but it's just really great anyway, because when you have a young baby, you kind of can't get your Lycra on and go to the gym.
Yeah.
It's really tricky too. So actually being flexible and doing some workouts at home in the little bits of time that you get can be a really good way to go about it. So there's some content via there that ladies can use at home as well, if they feel confident to. Loads of information to help boost confidence on the do's and don'ts of exercise during pregnancy and when after having a baby. And then to build ladies' sort of knowledge base and confidence even more, we've then created some courses that they can come and do with us. So as the pandemic rolled on, ordinarily we'd have run face-to-face groups, around Somerset. That's how SASP normally what we do. But we couldn't do that. So we thought, well, we'll try doing some online groups. And, if no one turns up, well, that doesn't matter. But everybody turned up. We had loads of people come. I couldn't put the groups on fast enough. They were just filling up. But, that's because so many groups were stopped. So many mum and baby support groups, sing, sign, whatever, they were all stopped because of the pandemic. So I think there was just a lack of provision as well. So we had lots of ladies come to us and really enjoy our courses. So we run like our foundation healthy lifestyle course is called Healthy Mums. We go through information that mums have told us that they want to know, such as the benefits of exercise, what the recommendations are during pregnancy and after having a baby. Pelvic floor health, for example, we've taken advice from the specialist physiotherapist pelvic floor health team in Somerset, so that we can pass on some of that knowledge to our ladies. It's a really undiagnosed, undertreated condition, pelvic floor trouble after having a child. So trying to spread that information a bit more widely than just those who have been referred for treatment by the NHS. Exercising safely, our ladies tell us that's a key concern. Once they fall pregnant, they're not sure of what exercise is safe to do for themselves and for their baby. Or once their body's changed so much, once they've had a baby, when is it safe to start? What is it safe to do? Things like the most common one people are aware of, abdominal crunches. You want to avoid doing those too soon because of the stress that your abdominals have been under where they've sort of separated slightly. You want to give that time to move back. So you want to adapt to your abdominals, for example, your abdominal exercises, not doing crunches, but perhaps doing very gentle like toe taps where you just gently move your legs back and forth. So if ladies are, have any questions about those things, they could come to a course or go to our website, which was just shown on the screen there. And there's lots of information. There's downloadable like handouts that support the course that ladies don't have to have done the course to access. They could just download those and they go through all of those things that we've included in the course, such as what I've talked about there about the abdominal exercises. We talk about mental health in that Healthy Mums course. That's been a huge demand that we've seen from our ladies this year. I think it's challenging enough to have a baby anyway.
Yes.
Throw that into a global pandemic, and you know, our ladies have really struggled, and not all of them, but you know, some have really struggled, and that's come through in our courses. We've tried to offer an opportunity in the course for ladies to connect, to talk with each other, but there's definitely more need there. So we have been offered a grant through Open Mental Health for this year.
Great.
So that we can expand what we're offering there. So it looks like we'll be able to offer some sessions where ladies who want to have a bit more support, delve into those things a bit deeper, they can do, and we can then give them some more techniques in terms of like yoga, relaxation, to help support them with mental health. So that's an exciting thing coming up this year.
Yeah.
And then we finish that course by starting to look at getting baby active as well. There are physical activity recommendations, not only for women during pregnancy and after childbirth, but also for babies and toddlers and young children. So it's flagging that up for the ladies and starting to talk about, you know, how they can get active with baby as a family, for example, which can be great ways when you're strapped of time and opportunities to do activity. So so that's one of the courses we run. We also do, you can see at the top of the screen there, it's called Moving Mums. It's a free 6-week exercise class. So this is for our ladies, great to progress onto from Healthy Mums.
Yeah.
Because in Healthy Mums we do like 10 minutes of activity tasters, whereas the Moving Mums is like a 40-minute circuit class adapted for pre and postnatal ladies. So it can be a good one to move on to. And then they talk about topics that are a bit more in-depth about using physical activity to improve health and well-being, such as rehabbing your core strength to protect your back, and a bit more depth about pelvic floor health, for example. And that can be a great place to start for ladies who are a bit fitter. If they want to, they can just go straight to the Moving Mums exercise class. And then going forward this year, as you can see on the screen, we're going to be launching a healthy eating and weaning course.
Right.
An extra 3-week bolt-on course, which ladies can do just as a standalone course or in addition to the others, because we've had huge interest in healthy eating, particularly when it comes to weaning baby and starting to get baby onto a healthy diet. We always talk about there how really that's where our diets as parents really come in. You sort of can't think about weaning baby as a separate thing, because ultimately what we eat, it doesn't matter what you serve them, they want to eat what's on our plate. They want to eat what you eat. So we sort of talk about that all together. So yeah, that's coming this autumn. That should be released soon. And then, like I said, we've had our grant from Open Mental Health and seen a huge demand for mental health support. So we've got a yoga workshop coming up before Christmas, yoga and relaxation, and we'll have more in the new year. And we'll have these additional sessions funded by Open Mental Health to offer ladies that sort of deeper dive into mental health support. So I think that gives a summary of the courses that we've got on offer, for example, and that's really been the bulk of what we've done so far. And like I say, we've had quite a lot of interest there. Yeah. And then to support the courses that we're doing, we've got a Healthy Mums Facebook group, a private group, that we suggest that any ladies come into our courses, they join that group, because then they stay in the conversation, the ongoing conversation of ladies can share with each other any new resources they find or classes they come across, any useful apps that they find. And so that's become a really useful forum. We've got about 114 ladies in there at the moment.
Yeah.
It's been quite popular. Yeah. And we've got a Facebook page and an Instagram account as well, which are also great ways for anyone, whether it's community members, maybe professionals who think this could be a useful thing to signpost their ladies to, or any of the families they're working with. Then following and liking us on those social media channels can be a great way to stay up to date.
Fantastic. Well, that runs nicely into a question that we've had, or a comment from Marion at Growing Minds, who has said, it's fantastic to hear the amazing courses are still running, and could we please forward the details so that she can pass them on to mummies who she comes into contact with. So I'm sure we can certainly do that, Tiff. You'll be able to see that comment later today. But there is a lot of really great information on your website and on your Facebook and Instagram. So that's a good place to go as well, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. All the upcoming courses are linked to via the social media channels, Facebook page, Instagram account, and you can go directly to the SASP website and to the web page, and all the upcoming courses for this term will be listed on there. And then each term, sort of like the middle of this term, I should be able to release the dates for next term, so they're always going to be coming up sort of a few months ahead.
Perfect. How many women do you have on each of the courses, Tiff, just out of interest?
It's really varied, but this year, because I'm doing all the evaluation work on it for the data at the moment, and we've had on average 8 ladies per course.
That's a really nice number, isn't it?
That is. It varies quite a lot. In the middle of lockdown, we were getting just completely booked out, and we were getting about 15 ladies per session, and that had its own benefits in that there was lots of people contributing to the conversations, and a nice big group feel. But then as lockdown has eased, we've had slightly smaller groups, and actually that's been nice as well, because ladies had a little bit more time to input their experiences and chat with the others and get a little bit more sort of personalized information. So it's a real mix. I guess it depends on the day and the time. I've had a couple that I've released, and I get lots of comments to say, oh no, it clashes with this baby group, that baby group. So it really depends. But you can see if ladies or any professionals want to have a look on the website, the booking pages, you can see how many have signed up to each course. So you can always look for a slightly quieter course.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. It sounds incredibly valuable for mums, like you say. It's not only looking after yourself as a new mum, but a new mum that's just come through a pandemic must be really, really difficult. It's great to hear that they're getting that socialisation, with the babies and making some friends, because that's always really difficult as a new mum, isn't it? So that's great. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Is there anything else that SASP has got going on that you wanted to share with us today?
Yeah. So SASP have all sorts of programs going on. So it's always worth having a look at the SASP website. If ever you're looking for physical activity opportunities anywhere in Somerset, because we work across the county. One, for example, that I also work in is the Somerset Health Walks. So there's our main page. If you look for SASP, that's the page you'll land on. And that banner, that bar at the top is all of our different menus. So you can see there walking. We have a whole section on walking to help support anyone who perhaps doesn't walk, who wants to start walking, or if you want to walk with other people and meet a group or progress your walking. Through the pandemic, that's obviously been a fantastic way to beat isolation and keep your activity up in a safe, outdoor environment. So Somerset Health Walks, we have coordinators who look after teams of volunteers in all parts of Somerset, and those walk leader volunteers then run regular walks, health walks, out in all sorts of areas. We rate them by their difficulty. So we have a 1 boot, a 2 boot, a 3 boot. So 1 boot being easiest walk, less than 30 minutes on the flat, on a fairly even surface. Normally we try and have facilities nearby, so public toilets and that kind of thing. There's normally a coffee stop. To be fair, that's normally the most popular part of the walk. It's the kind of the stop and chat and the social connectedness element of it. So so on our website there, you can click on the different areas. So we've got West Somerset, Taunton and Wellington, for example. You can click on the area that you live in or that you want to walk in, and for each area there'll then be information on what walks are available. So there we go, Sedgemoor Health Walks. You can see there's that's the guidance document. There should be like a leaflet on each one that you can download that will list, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. walking from, so in my area, Minehead, Seafront, for example, in West Somerset. So that's a really fantastic program, because the benefits of walking are just you know, for your health, just doing your regular 30 minutes, an hour of walking, you know, up to that magical 150 minutes is the guidance for health. Maximum health benefit is 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity, such as brisk walking. So attending a health walk here or there is a fantastic way to do it, and you meet great people in your local area as well.
Absolutely. And are they open to anyone, Tiff?
They are, yeah, they are. We do tend to find we get mostly older age adults tend to join us for those. I guess we have quite a lot that are run by people who have retired, so they tend to be during the day. But I'm also, as part of the Healthy Mums programme, I'm trying to really drive more in the way of buggy walks and carrier walks for mums. It's a great way to get out. There's so much good stuff out there for parents and babies, but so often they're indoors and sat down, and actually there's a real opportunity there with baby to get out of the house, get outside, get the fresh air, you know, go for a walk and enjoy all the benefits of being out in nature. So great to have that as an option as well. So we run free walk leader training regularly. We've been doing it online recently, and we'll keep going with an online option, because then anyone in the county can join that, but we will do it in physical locations again going forward. So in October I should have one running at the Beach Hotel in Minehead. So anyone who is perhaps interested to do some volunteering in their community and train up as a walk leader and offer a walk, it could be a one-off walk, it could be a regular walk, then there's always opportunities to come and volunteer with us and do that as well.
Oh, fantastic. That's really helpful to know. We come across a lot of people who later life and want to get back into some volunteering in some way, so that's great to certainly share that with our clients. We've had it's really nice, it looks like someone has tagged a friend or a partner in the comments section, so please do, if you're watching this video on replay later today and you think that some of the information might be useful for new mums or for someone wanting to get involved in a health walk, please do share the video with them or tag them in the comments so that they can watch and get this information. That's really great. So that's health walks. Tiff, is there anything else whilst you're with us today that you wanted to share?
Oh, we do all sorts of stuff. We have community sports programs that run in all sorts of places, like rounders and badminton, for example. Again, you can find that via the website. Have a search for what's available. We have programs that target specific groups. So, for example, I've written down a couple. We've got a program called Revive to help anyone affected by alcohol and drug use, for example, to you know, get active, build a healthy lifestyle again, and access physical activity in sports. We have a program called Jumpstart, which is aimed at young people to help them sort of, you know, improve their lives through physical activity. We have projects that go into schools and do work with early years, healthy lifestyle work for young people. So yeah, really looking around on our website, if anyone wants to find something in Somerset, or you know, any professionals who are looking for programs that they can link with or refer to, then check out our website, or you can always drop us an email and contact me, twood@sasp.co.uk, or on our main email address, inquiries@sasp.co.uk.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing that information with us. We've talked, Tiff, about the potential of you coming back in the new year and doing kind of a SASP special edition to share all of the things that you've got going on. So we'll look forward to seeing you again in the future. And as Tiff said, if you've got any questions or you want to find out anything more, please head to the website. Leave a comment. We'll monitor the comments later today so that we can answer any questions. And we'll see you again next week on Talking Cafe. Just as I said that, someone's put a comment. So let me just go and read that before we sign off. So we've got someone here, Tiff, who's currently suffering from long COVID. So she's saying that she cannot manage even the shortest walk in the areas, which is really disheartening. So she's asking if there's anything that is a very, very short walk that she could do in Street or Glastonbury. What's the best way that Sarah could get in touch with you to find out if there's anything in that area? Is it via the website?
So, yeah, I'm thinking the person to speak to is our Somerset Health Walk coordinator, Jo Smith, for that area, and she would be able to support that person by giving some advice. We have got some resources on building your fitness up to a 10-minute walk to help enable people to then access those shorter walks, particularly people suffering with any kind of long-term health conditions or underlying health conditions. So we have a set of resources for that, and then Jo, who works with the health walks in that area, could then guide that person into, hopefully as they improve, into those main health walks. So I'm trying to think if I can give them Jo's email address, if I can connect with them. If I look on the comments, perhaps I can access that way.
That would be great. So Sarah, if you're still watching, Tiff will come back to this live once it's saved in a couple of minutes time, and she'll give you the email address of the person that you can contact. And we wish you luck, Sarah, in recovering. Long COVID is certainly affecting so many. So fingers crossed that helps you get back out and a little bit more active. Lovely. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Tiff. It was lovely to meet you and have you share that information with us today. And as I say, we'll look forward to speaking to you again in the new year.
Lovely. Thank you very much for having me, Lauren.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.